Everybody, it's Mark Smith with Family Tree Brand Life Coaches. As you can tell, I'm at the beach. It's not 80 degrees, it's probably around 55, and there's a little bit of a breeze, but it's awesome out here. It's so peaceful. I was just sitting in my chair chilling, and I just got to thinking about the power of recovery. And those of you that have observed me from my shattering in April of 2015 until today, I just got to tell you that if you just keep putting one foot in front of another, and you keep uh, doing yoga and meditation and getting massages and doing exercise and doing talk therapy and having courage and journaling and being involved in 12-step programs and not dating narcissists and not feeding into that addiction, you're just going to keep getting stronger. And I just overwhelmed with gratitude today. Um, I was to where I couldn't hardly play basketball with my boys back in Carmel, Indiana, just because my PTSD is so bad. But I still suffer from being just 6 months shy of 4 months shy of being 60 years old, and I'm not. I'm definitely the worst player on the court, but I'm out there, and I'm not afraid. My hands aren't shaking, and every now and again a shot goes down, but I can play defense and I can set picks, and I can have the joy of getting a sweat up and hanging out with my boys. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day, and my wife, Brenda, hey, Smooth and Chunky, my wife, Brenda, and I have blocked out the whole day, and we're just going to hang out, and we're going to a really cool seafood restaurant, and then we're going to a show. I think it's like an Elvis impersonation show, and some others, uh, Elton John and that kind of thing. We've never been, but we're just going to celebrate our relationship. Um, I'm just so grateful that I can sit in my office a mile and a half from the beach and reach people in Australia and reach people from around the world as if they were in my office. It's amazing. It's fun and it's powerful. Yesterday, I was working with a couple from Canada, and just the amount of progress that they've made has been stunning. And it comes from having a solid recovery and going through your own hell as a therapist, and then being able to pay it forward. Who's this? Incognito, nerd incognito. So I'm not going to be chatting with y'all a lot, just to say hi. I'm just full of joy. By the way, if you guys haven't seen the new movie with Kevin Hart and Bryan Cranston, it's called Upside. I really encourage you to watch it. It's sort of like, how can somebody who's assertive and caring and loving and present, without trying to help anybody, actually turn everybody's life for the better? And I didn't know Kevin Hart had that gear, but it was a movie that just made me weep with joy. And I think that's what we people in recovery do. We're strong, and we're starting to get to a place in your recovery over time where you have some joy, and you're able to have some discernment and some wisdom. I'm grateful for Indianapolis and just the really cool place we have to live, where there's this pond with this swan named Annie. It just gives me great joy every time I see Annie. I sing to her. I'm like, Annie, Annie. And along comes Annie, comes swimming over. And just the just very grateful for our beautiful office. It's just a Every time I go there, it just brings me just so much level of peace. And I'm grateful that all three of my kids are thriving. I think that's what I'm saying is this is what it feels like to thrive. Major snowstorm in Toronto. Sorry for y'all Toronto people. I'm not trying to show off here that I'm on the beach. I'm just trying to share joy with you. So, uh, yeah, all my three kids are thriving. And, you know, all y'all, Ren and I got married, and everybody assumed that it was like, the perfect marriage, the perfect relationship. And it hasn't been. It's been hard work and pain and tears and therapy. But you know what? Hey, Joe, um, uh, we're Renda and I are reaching a place where there's peace and there's connection and there's solidness. That I guess that's what I'm saying is you get to a place in your recovery where whatever happens, you are strong enough to deal with it. You are strong enough to whoop ass and take names. I had a situation where I joined a reading club here in my community in Myrtle Beach, and I was the only male in the group, and they tossed me out for being man, and I could have felt bitter, and I could have felt passive, I could have felt beaten, and I was like, hell no, you're not going to toss me out, and I complained to the president of the HOA, and I think the word lawsuit was somewhere in there. And so now I'm back in the good graces of my reading group. Maybe not in the good graces, but nobody can bully you when you get momentum and you get joy and you get to a place where you believe that you can provide your own safety. So, anyway, I was just sitting here and I just wanted to say that uh, through recovery from complex PTSD, you can get to a place. Um, Sue says that it makes her happy to see somebody having joy on a beach. You can get to a place where no matter what comes up, you can handle it. Um, I just feel blessed that even though I was in so much of a financial mess from 2015, 2016, if you tell the truth and you say it with passion and you provide a service, you're going to be able to dig yourself out of a hole. I'm not just talking to therapists, I'm talking to artists and lawyers and singers and waiters. And you just have to believe in yourself and you can remake your life. Back in 2015, I could barely function. My hands were shaking. I had constant panic attacks. And now it's like we've moved out of the place with all the trigger memories, and we have two just special, perfect reflection of who we are little homes. And we have the joy of working with people like you. So don't take no shit from nobody. Don't walk around with a chip on your shoulder, but walk around with some swagger. I'm just saying. So, um, Sue was shattered about 4 years ago, and now she's finishing school, and now she's going to go help people. Pay it forward. You pay it forward, it's such a joy to see people's insight that comes to them as they see the truth about their own recovery and about their family of origin stuff. Again, I'll say it. You being involved with a narcissist isn't about the narcissist. It's about you reenacting the wounds of your childhood. Hey, if you haven't joined our channel, please do that. Join us every other Tuesday night I think this coming Tuesday night, I'm up. I believe, I believe that's correct. Yeah, it's this next Tuesday. I'm up and do the show from here at the beach. And also, if you haven't read my book on abandonment and one on narcissistic abuse and one on shame, then you can get them at familytreecounseling.com. All right. Well, happy Valentine's to everybody. Happy getting strong because you're in recovery. Go see the movie that I mentioned, Upside, and God bless. Thank you for watching today.